Hello everyone, I am Punyakeerthi BL. Welcome to my Python for Generative AI learning series. In this series, we are focusing on Python basics that will help us to build a strong foundation for implementing generative AI concepts. So let's dive in and start today's session. Today's topic is Python scopes and namespaces. Let's understand how Python finds and uses variables. Let's start with introduction. When writing Python programs, you will often use variables, functions, and classes that interact with each other. To manage all of these efficiently, Python uses two important ideas: namespaces and scopes. Understanding these concepts helps you to prevent unexpected errors or variable conflicts. Keep your code clean and readable. Control where and how data is accessed in your program. Let's explore what namespaces and scopes mean and how they work together. Let's start with what is namespace. Think of namespace as a container or a mapping system that stores all the names you create, like variables, functions, and classes, and connects them to objects they represent in memory. You can imagine it like a label maker that keeps track of every name in your program and what it points to. For example, when you write x is equal to 10, the name x is stored in namespace and it refers to the value 10 in memory. So, why namespaces matter? Namespaces allow you to use the same name in different parts of your code without causing confusion. Each namespace acts independently, so a variable inside one function won't interfere with another variable of the same name elsewhere. So, we understood namespace. Let's move with what is a scope. A scope defines where in your program a name is recognized or accessible. In simpler terms, scope tells you where you can use a variable and where you cannot. Python organizes its namespace into three main spaces, each with its own scope. Which are they? They are built-in namespace, global namespace, local namespace. Let's go through them one by one with examples. Built-in namespace. The built-in namespace contains names that are automatically available in every Python program, such as print, len, max, and many others. These functions are always accessible even without importing them. Let's take this and run in our code. When you run, we are getting max value from the least scores. So what that means? Here both print and max. Here you are able to use print method and max method. Both come from Python's built-in namespace. You didn't even define them yourself. Yet they are available everywhere in your code. So next one is global namespace. The global namespace contains all names defined at the top level of your script outside any function or class. These names can be accessed anywhere in the file, including inside functions, unless shadowed by a local variable. Let's understand global. So here I have a accuracy variable. We can call it as local variable. I will take this. Let's go with the example. See here, accuracy is the variable which is defined above all the functions. Now I have a function report accuracy. Inside this function, I print model accuracy is accuracy into 100 and percentage. So this is a global variable which is accessed inside this function. So when I try, it will access and we are able to get the output properly. So here accuracy is part of global namespace. The function report accuracy can use it even though it was defined outside the function. Next, we can go with local namespace. A local namespace exists inside a function. Any variable created with a function is local to that function, meaning it can only be used there. Once the function finishes running, the local variables are destroyed. Let's understand this example. So I have a function called count tokens, which has text parameter. Tokens is a variable which is defined inside the count tokens function, and we are getting the length by text.splint. So I'm passing path make Python makes ASO accessible. So when I print the tokens, we are able to get 5 tokens. Tokens are variable here. This is local space variable. How it is works? Let's see. Here tokens is a local variable inside the count tokens function. If you try to access this outside the function like this, I am taking this print statement. So outside this function, I am trying to call that token function. Here itself we are getting a tokens error that any tokens is not defined. When I run, we are getting throw an exception because name tokens is not defined. That means tokens cannot be accessed outside the function because it's a local variable. So this happens because tokens only exist within the local namespace of the function. This we understand local namespace. Let's go with the LEGB rule. When Python looks for variable, it follows a specific order known as LEGB rule. L stands for local inside the current function. E enclosing in any outer function for nested functions. G global in global namespace. B built in the built-in namespace. Python searches in this order and stops as soon as it finds the same name. Let's summary. So our wrap up in this lesson you learned namespace. Namespace is a container that maps names to objects in memory. Python has three main spaces: built-in, global and local. So scope defines where those names can be accessed in your program. We have local variables exist only inside functions, while global and built-in ones can be accessed more broadly. The LEGB rule explains how Python looks up names in specific order. So thank you for watching today's session. This is part of Python for Generative AI learning series. I am Punyakeerthi BL. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Also feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. The link is in the description. See you in the next session. Thank you very much.